So, I think kind of what really attracted me to streaming, to casting, um, and to doing this is because, not to be like a sob story, but just kind of real quick, like, I lived in South Korea from 2010 till 2000, no, 2010 till the end of 2012. After that, I moved back to the States kind of abruptly, kind of impulse, I guess, and I feel like it was a mistake, or it was too soon. And Neo Jiro, nice to see you, man, my French buddy. How you doing? And to be honest, since I've moved back, when I was in Korea, it was kind of when when I found myself. And that's exactly what I moved there to do. Nothing was going on for me in the States. I had no friends or anything. I was pretty depressed, and I was working at this accounting office. It sucked, and so I saved $2,000, bought a one-way flight to South Korea, and I just kind of stayed in a hostel, and then got a job teaching, and then got a job shooting music shows. And then I just loved my life there. I kind of built it from ground up, and then I felt so alive and inspired. That's actually when I did my photography shit. So then, after being there for 2 years, almost 3 years, I moved back to the States, and I struggled to find my grounding completely. You know, I come back to LA, moved back in with my parents, with my mom, and what did I do at first? No, I was just like chilling out at first. I didn't do shit for a little while. And then I moved to Ohio for a little bit, just trying to figure something out. While I was there, I was hanging out with my buddy in Kentucky too. We were right by the border because we were in Cincinnati. It was a great trip and good memories, but I don't think I'd ever be able to live there. After that, I moved to New York City to try to make my dream come true. Being a successful photographer in Manhattan, living that life. So I move in with my buddy in Queens for a little bit, and for the next 2 months, I'm writing cover letters from the moment I wake up till the moment I go to bed, except for the couple bowls I smoke in between. But those 2 months that I spent in New York were also a good memory. Well, the way I see bad situations is it's always a good memory because you know you learned from it and you're still there. So New York wasn't really too great when I was there. I never felt so alone and lost. Things didn't really work out. So I had a random opportunity to move down to Florida. This just became my past 5 years life story. Anyway. So I had an opportunity to go down to Florida. One of my old buddies that I knew in Korea, we were just catching up on the phone when I was in Queens, and he's like, "How you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm doing fucking terrible." And he's like, "Well, my roommate just moved out, and I'm actually looking for a new roommate to help me pay rent. And I'm a manager at this car dealership, and I can get you hitting the ground in Florida. I live in Jacksonville, Florida." And I told him, that's like crazy. Like, I'm trying to pursue art. I'm in New York City. To move down to Jacksonville, Florida, which is basically the armpit of the country. It's like south. It's more South Georgia than Florida. To sell cars, to be a car salesman at a Mazda dealership. Like, and I thought, oh god, I don't want to be a car salesman. That's like, I'd be miserable. But it was good money. So I told him I'd think about it. I told him, give me a week or so. Let me just, I gotta think about this. I will consider it though. I hang up the phone. I think about it for just a little bit. An hour later, I had booked another one-way flight from JFK Airport to Jacksonville Airport. And that flight was 2 days later. So 2 days after that phone call, I had packed up my life once again, and all of a sudden, I'm in Jacksonville, Florida. What the fuck am I doing with my life? So he picks me up from the airport, takes me to the apartment. I got my own room and all that. Rent is $400 a month. Very manageable. In a nice apartment with a huge closet and huge room. Had my own balcony and everything. He gives me about a week to kind of get situated. You know, get some stuff for my room, get some clothes, kind of figure out the town. And then I start working at this car dealership selling cars. Now, I've never been into cars. I've never been that into cars. Anyway, I start selling cars and I end up being really good at it. I made a shitload of money. But I was more miserable than I ever have been in my life. Like, even more lonely and more miserable. I couldn't do it for long, so I did it for about a year, and then I moved back to LA. I came back to LA, couldn't find anything else, so I applied to another car dealership. Stupid me. I figured maybe it'll be different. I ended up working at the top Mazda dealer in the entire country, which is just down the street from me. And when I was there, you know, I did pretty well for a couple months, and then a couple months more go by, and I'm miserable as shit once again. I'm working 80 hours a week. Hate my life. So I quit. And now what I'm gearing up to do is I'm going to go back to school, and I'm actually going to become an RN. It's going to be like 4 years of school. But until fall semester starts, I had really nothing to do, so I just started streaming. And this is the point that I've been trying to get to for this whole time. The reason that I'm really into this is the first thing since I left Korea where I felt I could completely just be myself and share the things that I love and find a like-minded audience, you know? Because the people who wouldn't be interested in those things wouldn't be here. And it's just such a great platform to, you know, I don't know, you feel really welcomed. And it's just really cool to find people who like the same shit you do. And I've been completely addicted to it.